Talk to us a little bit about this word, the Hebrew word echad. Sometimes a lot seems to be being made out of that. That is rather odd or strange, but it is, am I understand correctly, the Hebrew word for just one. But some have not been happy with that and want it to somehow mean more than one. So when we're talking about God being one, then it somehow means more than one something or another. I don't know how that would work. Tell us what you see there.
Yeah, there have been some very clever theologizing that has resulted from uncomfortableness with the Shema. And the Shema is the core creed of Judaism and Christianity, because Jesus said it was his own personal core creed in Mark 12:28-34. And so with the Shema, we get the idea that, Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one, Echad. So because
Deuteronomy 6:4.
Deuteronomy 6:4.
Of course. Yeah.
Excellent. And so, since the Scriptures say that that Yahweh is one, this is very problematic for a doctrine that teaches that He is three.
Yes.
Or that God is three. And to say He's one, it contradicts that. So we need an alternative interpretation, or so they say, for the word one.
Okay.
And so the idea is they look at, for example, Genesis chapter 2, verse 24, where the Scripture teaches us that a man will leave his father and his mother and hold fast to his wife, and they shall become one, echad, flesh. And so the idea is that you have one flesh, but it has two persons, two members who are part of it. And so the word one has this inherent compoundness within unity idea already attached to it. But
that's the argument that's made.
That's the argument that's made, but I'm thinking that's more like a card trick where you don't focus close enough to see where the mystery card went. Because what we've done is just sort of redefine what the subcategory is. One is still meaning one in Genesis 2:24. It's still one flesh in the sense that it's being communicated here, or one bunch of grapes, or we could say one house has many rooms in it. The word one is not changing its definition. Mm-hmm. So we think that this idea of compound unity is more or less a desperate effort to work out the Shema, the fact that God is one, within a Trinitarian mindset. And I don't think it's necessary, and it doesn't really hold up to common sense. Mm-hmm. For example, if you went to the store and they said that'll be $3 for that sandwich, and you gave them a single dollar bill, and they said to you, "What's this?" I said it was $3. You say, "Well, that's a compound one." Okay. It's 3 in 1. Okay. Where would that work in anywhere of life except for theology? Yeah. And so let's get it out of theology too.
Right. Well, and again, I think an interesting thing about this Echad thing is that when I look to the Scriptures, I don't find anybody in the Scriptures making that point.
No.
There's no one in the Bible saying, "Oh, Echad means multiple beings are God." There's no such thing. I mean, there's no one in all the Bible, no one in all the Bible who makes that idea or that point. Yeah. And so it's kind of, I think you're right. It's sort of a desperation. Doesn't make a desperate move. It doesn't make a lot of sense, and we don't need it. Not if you really believe God really is one.
It's just baggage.
Oh, yeah.
Theological baggage.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate to hear folks who are, I think, often very intelligent people making really unintelligent arguments in order to support a idea, a tradition that doesn't work.
I think this argument, along with many of the other ones, on its surface, it does seem impressive, especially when people start throwing around Hebrew words or Greek words.
Oh, yes.
Then all of a sudden it's a mysterious aura around this person that,
this Echad thing.
Echad, wow, fancy. He even has a het in it. It's one of these mysterious American ears words.
That's right.
But it just is the same Hebrew as the English word for one. Mm-hmm. And it can describe one single thing or one thing that has several components, or anything where we would use the word one.
Always means one.
One still always just means
that's not
one.
that hard. Okay.
2 means 2.
That's right.
Not rocket science.
Okay.
So.
Well, thanks. I think that's good.
Sure.
I like that. I like those thoughts.